You're watching Focus. I'm Haig Ellian. And tonight we're going to have a lot of catty talk. As a matter of fact, we're sitting here in a cat house, and I want to introduce you to the Madam Maureen Williams, who is president of the Animal Welfare League of Montgomery County, which, by the way, is a cat shelter, exclusively cats. Maureen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about the shelter, how you came about.
Sure. Okay. Well, I've always loved cats. I have 3 cats at home and a dog, and I also love to volunteer my time to help nonprofit organizations. And I was excited to learn that there was a no-kill cat shelter located right here in Gaithersburg, helping save cats from the county shelter. So when I learned more about it, they asked me to be on the board, and we've created some wonderful programs such as the Chompers Pet Food Bank, the 10,000 pounds of cat and actually dog food that we give to low-income participants that are unable to feed their cat. We also have a very strong spay-neuter program where we get issue certificates to local participating vets. 1,400 certificates have been issued since I've come on board a couple years ago.
What, if any, problems do you have with just cats running around free? Do they fight? Do they...
Well, I'll let Doris speak for that in our cat enrichment program, but we do have to evaluate the cats coming into the shelter because all cats are not, as you said, Haig, not in cages, but are in rooms set aside with screen doors. So we do, when we put a cat in a room, they're sharing a room with 3 to 6 other kitties. And when they are sharing a room with others, we have to make sure that they don't fight and they all get along in harmony.
How long does it take to evaluate a cat and to decide where they'd be happy?
We evaluate it. It's about a 2-hour process in the beginning, but we actually evaluate them continually throughout their stay at our cat shelter. So our average cat will stay about 21 days in our cat shelter before adoption. We do have 3 adoption times a week. But anyway, going back to the average stay, so they'll be adopted, they'll be, I guess, evaluated maybe a week later to see if they still are acclimated. And because there's such transition in the cat room, each cat room, a new cat will come in. It may have gotten along with those other 3 they had, but now they've got 2 new different ones, and they have to be reevaluated. So that's why we have the cat enrichment team 7 days a week, in the middle of the day, come in a group of 3 to 5 people. We also have cat crew comes in. These are all volunteers in the morning and the evening to feed the cats and also to clean litter boxes and all of that stuff.
Does it take them long to learn that they're in a different kind of a shelter? They're not in a cage.
Yeah, it takes about 3 to 5 days, actually, for them to get acclimated properly into the environment. They're not used to it. They were in a cage before. If they came from the county shelter or if they came from a distressed situation, they might have been in an abandoned home where the person was evicted out of the house, and then the cats were left there, and we get called for those. And sometimes it's a situation where a family member who's had the cat has passed away, and then the cat's not used to, they've been with this one family member for 10 years, and they're not used to suddenly being in this environment. So it does take about 3 to 5 days to get acclimated.
Do you have any stories about a cat that was particularly beat up or particularly distressed?
We came across a cat call on one time on a Thursday night. One that particular comes to mind, Barbie doll. On a Thursday night, the call came in from a pet store that the cat was abandoned in the pet store ladies' bathroom.